Kitties. Hey guys.
Oh Jesus! What a way to start it. What's going on, gamers? Welcome back to another amazing podcast that starts off with some really questionable comments. Oh God! Welcome to number 17 of the All4Gamerz podcast. As always,
I mean, Joe probably should get accepted to college. All right, continue. But my number.
Wow, what are you doing? What now?
Yeah, AJ, continue. We're doing a podcast. Be fucking professional, Jesus.
Jesus Christ with this guy. Anyway, so as always, I'm always joined with the amazing Eric, Matt, and questionable Ryan. So, all right. So, kind of want to get this conversation off to a start. Other than Hitler being a celebrated artist, you fucking crazy man, you.
You guys are making this so hard to edit.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Eric, way to go.
First 30 seconds are the ones they whatever.
I didn't do it. I swear to God. Wasn't me. So, as everyone knows, we had a few holidays here. So, there was Passover, there was Easter, and more notably, 420. So, for our smoker friends out there, hopefully you guys had a really good time and, didn't eat too many munchies. So, I don't know if you guys know, that is an awesome sound.
I'm just finishing my soup.
Are you really?
I heard the ice.
This is what this podcast has come down to, huh?
Yep.
Me and Eric, this is why we're doing really well, because it's come down to me and Eric making bodily noises with our mouth holes.
I thought you were used to that.
Oh, only when my dad does it in my ears.
Yikes.
Anyway,
right, so 420.
Yes. 420. Yeah. So from Bazinga.com, I found that Bazinga, or is it Benzinga? My bad, Benzinga. So
Benji.
Really quickly, I just thought it was really interesting to start the cast off like this. There's basically going to be a video game where you can virtually grow and smoke marijuana. So, what is it? The way that it goes, it's a deeply gamified, digital collectible-based virtual world built around cannabis. It's a multi-platform video game of epic ambitions, supposedly. It starts by bringing for the first time the breeding and trading of gamified virtual marijuana utilizing blockchain. This enables access to a truly immersive universe and experience. It seamlessly ports into a freemium mobile game, a digital companion rendered in augmented reality. So apparently this allows users to carry, interact, and nurture on their own mobile devices virtual strains of cannabis. Each is a uniquely customized character or a buddy. The gameplay is integrated with a multiplayer battle mode. It's called the Smoke Off, and multiple players challenge each other in a clash to the last virtual toke.
This sounds like the stoner version of a April Fool's joke.
I don't know if it's
because if you look at the developers, it's Chronic Games Limited, and the developer is called Crypto Chronic.
They do use blockchain,
but that's just really funny. It's just he sent us the article a little while ago, but I just thought it was funny. I was looking at it and I was like, that totally looks like something like a stoner would be like, "Hey man, this looks fucking awesome. Like, let's just call it Chronic this, Chronic that."
Why don't you talk like that all the time? You sound so cool.
I'm not Keanu Reeves.
But
okay?
I'm impressionable. I want to go do what he's doing, Mom.
I'm not Keanu. I'm not a surfer dude.
In order to leave my house, I need.
We just passed 420 seconds, guys. Praise it. Blaze it.
Ew.
Up's a biggie.
So yeah. Anyway.
So on that note, let's also talk about. This past Sunday, which
that's
is
cool. We're just gonna not really comment too much on it, but yeah. So this past Sunday is what now?
It was the
Pound 2019 tournament for Super Smash Brothers.
Right.
Finale. Easter.
This is more dysfunctional than my real family. It's bothersome. Like, I know I joke about my dad hitting and beating me, but I'm going to be very real. This is very dysfunctional. Anyway, guys, so like I was saying, this was the 30th anniversary of the
Okay,
Game
can
Boy
we not
turning
skip
30 today.
Ooh,
around
we're
here? Let's
ripping
go
right
over
through them,
what-
boys. Let's go. Speed round.
What? All right, let's go back to what Eric was saying. We'll go over to that later. Eric, so what happened with the pounds of what now? Pounding pussy?
Yeetster.
What?
Yeetster.
Yeetster.
Yeah.
Or in our universe, it's Geekster.
Okay.
Oh. So this is where the nerdy Jesus had died and had risen with Nintendo DS's for everyone.
Because
Yeah.
Jesus had an extra 1-up.
Anyway, Eric was saying that there was a Super Smash Brothers tournament called Pound 2019. You said?
Pound 2019. I don't remember how many pounds there have been, but I know they've been going since 2009 at least.
Oh,
Okay.
so there's been a lot of poundage.
Okay.
So
That's
this
a lot
is
of
the
that.
10th year.
Something like that. Maybe longer. I don't remember.
Been pounding for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
So what were some of the biggest stories this weekend, Eric?
Smash Brothers was played.
Obviously.
Uh-huh. And there's some winners and there's some losers.
Well, you
That
said
is
there were two different tournaments. There's a Smash Ultimate.
Well, there's actually 5.
Okay.
There's singles for Ultimate and Melee, and then there's teams for Ultimate and Melee. And then there's Squad Strike, which is like the game type for Ultimate where you can choose a multiple amount of people or like a different set of characters to play with.
Yeah, which is 3 or 5.
Yeah, I think it was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so Hungry Box, obviously. Spoilers if you guys didn't know. Hungry Box obviously took first, like he does in every tournament now. For Melee.
On Melee.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he plays Ultimate anymore.
He does. He plays it on stream. I know that.
It's that clickbait.
He's trying to. Yeah. Well, I've obviously I follow him on social media, but he plays on Ultimate and he streams it a lot. He's trying to get better. He's even been seen playing with like Mewtwo King, Samsora, Zero,
Dark
a whole bunch of
Wizzy.
different guys. Yeah, he
Sable.
plays with them like all the time.
Yeah,
Anyway,
they're
so he
all on
won-
the Twitch community there.
Yeah, so he won Melee. Did he
Mhm.
also get like a crab thrown at him?
Yeah, so
Was
some
it
guy
for the
obviously
finals?
who was so Mango was playing out of his mind for about a round or two, and then Hungry Box just ate away at him, and then Mango talked about it on Twitter and how sad he is because he hasn't won in like a year or so.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking, but whatever. Pretty hype until he lost.
Yeah.
And then so I guess somebody was upset, so they just grabbed the crab and threw it out. Because that's what I
'Cause-
do.
Yeah, and I think this tournament was in Maryland, I think.
It was in
it?
Maryland, yeah.
Yeah. So for also people who don't know, Hungrybox also plays in Melee. He uses Jigglypuff, which is considered in Melee what, low tier?
Anybody who doesn't play Jigglypuff, or anybody who plays Jigglypuff that isn't Hungrybox, it's considered low tier, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, he's arguably the best Jigglypuff player
It is.
in the world.
He is.
He
No
is.
doubt.
Well, okay. But he's just insane. I've seen I even watched that match when he played in Evo a couple years ago, and he won, which was
And then he
fucking
cried.
ridiculous. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Anyway, so who won the ultimate side? The singles?
Ally, who is a Snake player.
And you were saying earlier in this podcast, or before off recording, you were saying that there was only 4 or 5 different characters being used.
Yeah, so Melee had, which is typically known to just be Fox and Fox Dittos and, Hungry Box, and then when Armada was playing, Peach was in there. So this time there was 7 different characters played. There was Marth, Pikachu, Fox, Falco, who else was played? Jigglypuff, obviously. Let me just see who's in here.
You said there was like 7 or 8 different.
Yeah, there was
characters.
definitely Falcon, Sheik, 7. I think that's 7.
Okay.
And
then in the
Ice Climbers.
So 8.
No, there's 7. I miscounted.
Okay.
So typically it's just Fox Dittos, and people complain about how it's just Fox. So that's pretty diverse as far as Ultimate goes, or as far as Melee goes.
Yeah.
And then in Ultimate, it was just snakes and Olimar's, and then like a Peach or Palutena just randomly.
Yeah.
It was really not diverse at all.
I've noticed a lot of the tournaments lately. A lot of people have been playing just snakes.
Yeah, Snake is
And
so good.
Olimar is just insane, especially online. I know.
It's all about
Zero
zoning in that game, which is arguably really boring to watch.
Yeah, I know. I really enjoy watching like other people play like random characters.
Mm-hmm.
Like even taking like a really good like Mario player, like even though he's considered balanced, and then just somebody just completely stomping on people with Mario is just, I don't know why, it's just very satisfying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dark Wizzy plays Mario. I forgot about him too. He's a really good Mario.
Even Zero has done that whole thing where he takes every single character and wins online in Elite Smash with them. I was like, that's just insane. It really is.
Arguably, though, the top 8 of like Ultimate pools are like not even close to online players.
Oh yeah, well, because
like not even close.
Yeah, online players. I feel like that's what a lot of the top Smash players, especially in Ultimate, they're not very happy with the online mode in it.
Oh no,
because it's just not even a question of the lagginess. It's just how they rank. Like in was it Smash 4? You had just for fun, and then you had for glory. If you wanted like somebody like me, if I want to just go in there and I want to prove myself and do a for glory or whatever, or even an elite Smash, if I ever get up there, you can't do it because even though you win 10 matches in a row, you lose one, you're pretty much going back down to where you were 10 matches before. It's like the online ranking is so stupid in that game. That's why I refuse to play it.
Yeah, the ranking is really wonky. I haven't played in a while. I took a little bit of a break. Yeah.
I mean, I would love to play it because I know definitely with the new patch since Joker came out, they finally released him, which was awesome. With the 3.0 patch, a lot of different characters got better movesets and better things. So it's definitely interesting to see where they went. But it's also like, I just wish they would fix the online mode. But with also a good segue into this is, Eric, you were talking about how the 3.0 patch released. When was it? Wednesday?
It was. I think it was. Yeah, it was the Wednesday last week.
Wednesday or Thursday, I forgot.
It was Wednesday last week.
They also put on the stage builder, and this is a perfect segue for you, Eric, with the stage builder. That article you were talking about.
Oh, there's a lot of penis. Because, what's the first thing you do when you're not super creative, but you like Smash? Or just anything in general. And someone says, draw me a picture. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
I mean, technically it's a play on words. Smash Brothers, 2 penises.
2 fat
Smash
cocks.
Penis.
Oil.
Smash dudes.
Oil, 2 fat cocks.
What the hell was that? Did somebody just shit themselves?
I was stretching my bed. Anyway, so yeah, the stage builder.
So, I put this stage builder right in front of you, Ryan, alright? What are you going to do? What's the first thing you do? No one's in the room. It's just you. You get 20 minutes to draw or make anything.
I have a legitimate answer, but I can't say it on the podcast. It's very bad. Alright.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh. Good thing we don't get monetized.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
What?
Dude.
Okay, before.
Oh my god.
Okay, next topic.
So yeah, but they were Nintendo also said that they put a algorithm in there that's the only reason why if you go into the stadium or stage builder mode, you can only draw certain things and only do so many detailed things in it because they have an algorithm that will detect penises. Clearly it doesn't.
Wait. They say they had an algorithm that can detect penises. Now you got to be thinking like, Who in their right fucking mind had actually come up with that? Because they're probably like just storing those pictures for
Did we
themselves.
talk about this before?
Yes.
No, we didn't.
I could have sworn we said something like this, or am I just got penis on the mind? Sorry.
I mean,
probably got penis on your
listen,
mind.
I did not judge.
I
But you
feel
probably
like this is that episode of Rick and Morty when those aliens think they're trying to get the what was it, the recipe for dark matter. You remember
Oh
that?
yeah, they can't look at the screen because of the dicks.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
yeah.
really
Morty,
what
pull your pants down. What?
they can't look at the female,
Morty,
the male anatomy. Eric's sitting here like I don't have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
I watched Rick.
Anyway,
I know
Okay.
that there might be. I don't think it's an algorithm, but I know that there's an automated like robot for like certain Minecraft contests where if a kid was starting to like screw around, because I know me and AJ have a friend Niels who has a son named Tristan who was in a Minecraft contest for like building, and he made a dick, and I know that he got disqualified because he got what's it called? He got detected by the like robot.
that's
His
crazy.
son's fucking hilarious. His other son's a certified psycho though. Like he needs to be locked up like now.
Anyway,
Anyway.
You don't want to get stabbed in your sleep.
I love his other son so much.
so what's the next topic there, bud? let's
So as
transition
we're,
from the penises.
Well, no, I don't want to transition from the penis.
I mean, since we're gonna keep talking about flopping penises and people who like penises, let's talk about the Mortal Kombat community. It's coming out, guys, huh? Who's excited?
Oh, wow. I was gonna go
Huh?
into. It's
Well, I like Mortal Kombat more than anybody else here. I'm assuming.
No,
I-
I got it. Hey man, I'm waiting. I got an hour.
Got an hour. Wait, did you get it digitally?
Oh yeah, I downloaded this shit.
I
Wow.
pre-ordered it. I have two of them actually. I have both of them in my wallet. One's the expensive $118 edition, and the other one's the $65 edition.
Did you see the really crazy edition?
For what comes with it. I know the one I got has a metal box scorpion mask.
actual blood.
Oh, the Scorpion mask. Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
the one. That's a $230 one. 290.
Wait, what? 290? What the fuck do you get with that?
You get a scorpion mask.
You get an actual Scorpion mask that has the hood and cloak and everything,
Huh.
and a bunch of other cool shit.
You get an actual scorpion.
I know for I was
First
talking
thing it
to
does is fucking sting you.
I was talking to the girl behind the counter when I was pre-ordering it for the PlayStation. That's the one with like the expensive edition I got. She told me that if I go at the release for it, she said she was going to put everyone into groups and she was just going to give away the scorpion masks because not enough people got it that way. And I think this is going to be fucking amazing. I can't wait.
So excited for you.
Yeah, I'll
No,
wait till
Eric-
next year once the people are selling on Amazon for $60.
Or less.
But we both know you're going to get
Or
it.
we could just steal Ryan.
No, I'll buy the game, just not the mask.
Yeah, I just bought the game.
Why don't we just beat up this nerd over here? Just take his.
Well, that's just an easy idea. We should do that.
Or we could just go to GameStop and then they'll hand out the mask and be like, okay, where's your receipt? And be like, what? I'm out of here.
Just go there right now.
Yeah, they'll give it to us. They said there's too many.
True.
So while we're on the topic, and because me and Matt are both in this chat, and instead of both of us making fun of you in the group text, let's just have it out here. What's your problem with the character models?
They fucking look derpy. They look retarded. Most of them look like men, and they're supposed to be women.
You know why they look like that, right?
Because of feminists?
No, because the way the gameplay story is supposed to be, it's supposed to be past and present.
So they have the ones that look like the old school game, and then they have the ones that are in the future.
So the
So
ones
there's
that
two-
look like in the
there's-
future look like men.
No,
No, it's just- you're
those are
just-
the ones in the past. You're old.
Look like men.
They don't look like men. I think these character models look like the best in any fighting game. If the people who look like weird, you could at least say that Street Fighter has the weird looking character models.
They have big
They've
feet.
had the weirdest character models since Street Fighter 4. Yeah, that's not. I'm not debating that at all. I've liked the character models from 9 and 10. This one, they just look derpy as hell. They
Chun-Li
have freaking defined
thick.
jawbones. That's not what a woman's supposed to look like.
AJ,
Yeah, because
is
Chun Li
just mad.
looks like a normal person. Sorry.
AJ's mad
Who's
because
the fuck like another- Have you seen the thighs on her?
in
My
9
God.
and
Or
10,
Cammy.
they look like sluts, and AJ's all about the sluts.
They didn't look much like sluts in 10.
Or
but yeah.
Guile's hair.
Yeah,
definitely
see,
not.
AJ just agreed. He's all about the sluts. So if you know any good sluts, contact AJ at All4Gamerz.
I know one. His name's Ryan.
Ah,
I mean, I would laugh, but like at this point, Eric just doesn't affect me. Like his fucking Smash Brothers gameplay in the tournament.
Kisses,
Anyway.
sorry.
oh. I mean, we
didn't
all
mean it.
have nothing to say because we all lost.
No,
I was-
hold
I
on.
was
You're
able-
Matt
I was-
advanced.
Well, I was only advanced because of a technicality because I was already in the second round before the tournament started.
Exactly.
Bias.
Hey, I put up a good fight because I had to fight the guy who won the whole tournament.
Me too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
I went up against the guy who went up against the guy who won the whole tournament.
Yeah, that's the same
I went up
shit.
against the guy who played fucking Zelda and was the most annoying thing because lag it fucking exists and I want to stab someone in the neck.
Yeah, I really hope that Nintendo actually gets that freaking shit fixed because that's terrible. Speaking of Nintendo, did you guys know that the Game
No,
Boy turns
tell me.
30?
Well, it turned 30 on the 21st.
Turns
We are
30. Gotcha.
Yeah, it already-
turns yesterday.
because it released April 21st, 1989.
I appreciate you being very specific
In-
to the day. That's
Well,
amazing.
because I posted on it on my Instagram.
Yeah, clearly you don't pay attention to his Instagram devoted saint, by the way.
I
If you
hate
guys
it.
don't pay attention,
Retro.
Yeah, if you guys say it, get it right there, buddy.
Instagram stinks.
Yeah, I know. It's really funny. I transitioned from Instagram, like I was always on Instagram, and then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go on the Twitter, and I've
Twitter's
been on
dying,
Twitter.
though.
It totally is. It's like there's no way you can really like gain followers on Twitter. It's very hard,
It's ridiculously
hard.
hard because
Keep
everybody's
touching it.
got a full profile.
but it's
already.
okay. We have to start collaborating with people. That's what happened.
So maybe we have
So-
to talk to them.
Yes, we have to talk to them.
No,
so
I don't
we're
want to
doing
point
this
anything
social
out, but the
media, but-
last time me and Eric were like talking to anybody, it was the guy at the diner we went to, and we frightened him.
I don't have any recollection of this.
Yes, you do,
Hey,
because we were talking about vaping.
diner?
Remember when we? All right, so it was after we were done with a podcast. We were at the Candlelight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You're
and
gonna dox us.
me and Eric, me and Eric were left up front, and this guy was like, he started talking about vape pens or some shit.
I actually
then-
don't remember this.
Me and Eric both. This is Eric. This is when you had your leg thing. You were probably high on drugs. It's fine. Anyway,
I
so
didn't take any.
shh.
Was that marijuana game?
What?
Right? He wants to feel a high.
We?
I want to grow and be proud of something in my life.
But we started talking about vaping in stalls and started making fun of it, and then this guy just kept looking at us, and he was like, "Okay, stop talking," and left.
I just
That's
remember that I
usually what
had
happens.
delicious waffles that day.
I think I had a burger.
That's really bad.
I think I had a Fortnite burger.
So, obviously, so the Game Boy was came out 30 years ago. So Matt and I were
In
about
Japan.
1 and 2 in Japan. Oh, sorry. All right. So we got to be incredibly specific. Matt, who was the
30 years
maker
ago?
of the Game Boy?
No, because it released 30 years ago in Japan, and then 3 months later it was released into in North America. Now
Yes,
the Game Boy was probably one of the best selling systems of all time. Still, like I mean, it to this day it's still selling.
Oh,
Now, let me ask you guys a question because I saw something very interesting recently, and kind of a little off topic, but still kind of relevant. What is the highest selling video game of all time?
Tetris.
Mm-hmm.
How many?
323 million.
No, higher.
80 billion.
It's actually 500 million. Do you know what number 2 is?
Tetris 2.
What did you say, Eric?
Tetris 2.
No.
Flappy
Superman 64.
Oh God,
Ooh.
let's be realistic about this.
You're right. Superman for the Commodore 64.
Bird. E.T. Girl Song.
Probably sold
Wait, no,
more
the
than
same thing.
64.
No, it's actually Minecraft.
That's what I said.
Oh, I didn't hear you
I
say
said Tetris
Minecraft.
2.
Oh, that's not. But Minecraft is at 181 million.
That's
So,
chump
like,
change.
Yeah, but I still think that's crazy that Minecraft is even though it's on all of these different platforms, Tetris still holds like almost a 230 30 million. No, I'm sorry, 330 million above that, which is just incredible to me. Like Minecraft is kind of considered a modern day game. Tetris is literally 6 different pieces going down. I mean, people still have tournaments on it on the Nintendo. Like, I still think that's insane to
They're
me.
so fun to watch, though.
Oh my god! Did you ever see that guy? The guy who's like the world champion. He fucking breaks. What was it?
33.
No, what was it? He broke. He broke like a world record for like the fastest time to get to 300,000 points. It was like under, I think it was like under 5 minutes. It was the first time somebody's ever done it in under 5 minutes.
That's easy, dude. Yeah, if I ever put 100%
No, I'm
into
sorry.
it, easy.
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't under 5 minutes. It was under a minute.
That's
what
right,
it
yep.
was.
I can't do that.
He got it in 57 seconds, and people on it, because he was streaming it, and he goes, people are like, "Oh yeah, you broke the record," and he's like, "What? Accidental world record? Booyah!" It was really funny.
Booyah!
But yeah,
That's
the reason why this is like kind of relevant is because the launch title for the Game Boy was Tetris. That's why I thought of it.
What's your favorite Tetris music? Go, Ryan.
Isn't it like only one?
Ryan?
CD 19. See, when you put it in the jukebox. Oh wait, did you wait for Tetris 1 or Tetris 2?
I like Cat.
Yo, right?
What the hell?
In Tetris, in the first original Tetris, there's only 3 different musics, so you can choose which one. I've always liked the Tetris, I guess Deluxe, which is the Tetris for the Game Boy. I think it was like Tetris C, which is the normal one, but a little bit sped up. That's my favorite.
My favorite is Fever from Dr. Mario on level 9 virus.
Dr. Luigi.
Oh, hello?
They call me Dr. Mario. No, nobody? Kiss?
No,
No.
those are
Hello.
bang
Oh, you want to
anyway.
go? Sure.
Okay, anyway, so all right, so being that the system is almost
30?
as twice as old as Ryan,
No.
what do you guys? What was
Ryan's
your
only
guys?
12.
Was that?
Ryan's only 12 years old.
And so he's only a wee little boy.
Little baby.
So what? What would you guys think
little
is your favorite game that you played on the Game Boy ever?
I played the
That's
Rugrats
fine.
game on the Game Boy.
Oh God, the Rugrats again. Right. Just get the logo tattooed on yourself and call it a day.
It's not really a logo.
For
It
fuck's
just says
sake.
Rugrats. It's kind of boring.
Mine was Crash Bandicoot,
What are you talking about, like on the
Game Boy Advanced.
Well,
Game Boy Advance?
I
Okay.
Well, that's not what we're
I
talking
can-
about.
I feel like I could guess AJ's.
Pokemon.
I would say I would say it's what was it? Super Mario Land, the 6 golden coins.
Ooh, fuck you. Yeah, you're right. That was that and the Ninja Turtles game that came out with it. It was really by a hair. 6 golden coins rules out to be my favorite, but I love playing that Ninja Turtles game too. I couldn't beat it worth a damn, but I like playing it. What about you, Matt?
See, for me, it's tough because my first experience with that was when I never got a chance to own the original Game Boy, but I got when they came out with the pockets, so the smaller version. That was when I started playing the Game Boy. But the first game I got with it was actually Pokemon Blue. After that, I got a couple of other games, and like I'd say Pokemon Blue was one of my favorites, obviously because it was my first one. I loved Link's Awakening.
Yeah, I
And
never played it
then-
on the original.
I never played on the original, but I played the DX version, which was the colored version, because I got it. Also, I got the Game Boy Color, like it came out, I think, right after the Pockets. It was like
Gotcha.
a year or two after the Pockets. So I got that, and I loved Tetris DX, or Tetris Deluxe, which is the Game Boy Color version of the original Tetris, and I used to play that all the time. So those are my top 3. Link's Awakening is definitely fun.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, I just only recently played that just like a few years ago.
Yeah, I think I recently beat it. Probably within the last 10 years, I beat it. And yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. But I still like. You already know what my favorite Legend of Zelda game is. But we're on the topic of Game Boys. Speaking of Game Boys, I also made a cool stand. Did you guys see that?
I did see that. Go on.
Oh, you saw that, but you didn't see his other thing on the Game Boy 30 years today. That's good. You're a real good friend, AJ. Continue. No, that's good. It's whatever. I paid it.
Now I have one for each one of the original Game Boys.
Nice.
So I have it for the Pocket, the original Game Boy, and then I also have it for the Game Boy Color.
So kids working overtime over here.
I know, seriously. But I'm thinking about adding a thing for the Switch also, like a stand for the Switch, because I'm making these all modular. So the base plate will be all be the same, but I could take the stands out on the back, and I could put whatever, either the Game Boy Pocket regular one, or the Color, or I could put a Switch one in, which is kind of cool.
Interesting. I like it.
Shameless
Not too
plug.
bad. So, are you fuck it. So, I mean, it's good. Anyways, we want to make sure you there. I like your things. Are you planning on sticking just with stands, or are you gonna try to throw into something else?
I mean, right now I'm sticking with the stands because we're gonna be going to Long Island Retro Expo in August 10th and 11th. I'll be a vendor, so we'll see. Like, I think I want to stick with the stands for now. I might dabble into like controller stands because I have a cool idea for that. So we'll see. I have some ideas of things that I could possibly make later on, but I kind of like the stands and that kind of thing because I do like displaying that kind of stuff. So, because most of my stuff usually sits in a fucking drawer.
What about a drawer stand?
Huh?
Eric, sometimes you make my head hurt.
I love it.
But eventually I would like to go a little bit from the game cartridges because I also like Pokemon cards. I'd like to make stands for the Pokemon cards, especially like PSA graded ones.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and do some like singles or whatever. I'll figure something out. It's simple enough. It's just like literally making like a slot, but I just gotta make it nice to look at and be at the right angle. So we'll figure it out. It's just I'm doing a lot of RNG right now.
That's what it's gonna be for a little bit until you get a groove, but you also want to keep on improving on this, that, and the other thing. So it's always gonna be like that. Yeah,
right now I'm in the process of trying to print out all the stuff I'm gonna need for the expo, which is I think I'm printing out about 160, 170 different pieces.
Yeet.
So I'll have enough. I'll have I'll have 4 different colors, 10 in each color, except for one, because the one I'm not sure if it's gonna sell. But it's like that glow in the dark filament that I showed you guys.
Oh yeah, but I think if just about anything glow in the dark is easily sold, especially if you can get a little kid to come around. It's like, hey, did you see this? Look at how cool this is, and be like, I want
Here's
it.
for your Pokemon cards.
Yeah,
I think it would be better with like Pokemon cards or something like that.
Here's for your Game Boy Color games that you own, little boy.
Well, the Game Boy, the one that I make for the Game Boys, the stand, it holds Game Boy, obviously Game Boy Color because it's the same thing, Game Boy Advance, and also Game Gear.
Here's a stand for your Game Gear, little boy.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm also I have some ideas of. I was thinking I want to do
the controller stand sounds cool.
Yeah, the controller stands. I have a cool idea because I want to do because I know you guys saw like, and I've shown it on my social media. I've had the what the hell is it? That piece of wood that stands that has a little, but I want to 3D print my own controller holder. I guess you want to say the hooks to hold the controller.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And to make it all in house, and then I have an idea to maybe carve something into the wood with epoxy and lights to make it like pop a little bit more. So I have some ideas. Like I said, I gotta work upon those, but for now I'm just focusing on the expo, getting everything printed, and then once that everything is printed, then I'll be opening up the Etsy shop.
That should be fun. You should get some cards made too.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get cards made within the next like week or two. I want to get cards made, but I just haven't figured out exactly what. And then
What's a card?
eventually, huh?
I said it's a card, and you put your name on it, and then you hand it out.
I know
And
it's
then
a
you throw
business
it at
card,
people.
but
I'll go around and ninja it all inside of their hoods and stuff.
Just like throw them at their faces.
If you want, I'll dress up as Toad, get a big fucking sign.
Literally no
There
one
you
wants that.
Start screaming.
Absolutely.
yeah,
no one wants that.
and then we have Eric as Vegeta.
Oh Jesus! You're trying
I'm
to
not
get
doing
business, not try to scare people.
I
doing
would like to point out they'll probably just watch because a lot of people nowadays are dumb enough to. I mean, they're super smart and won't watch.
But I also have my brother-in-law. He's making me an illuminated sign
Nice.
that I'm gonna have on the table to drum up a little business for him too.
Awesome. Hey, there you go. That's what you want to do. You want to cross
Cross the streams.
exactly cross the stream like the Ghost of Best Airs.
Like when
I always
Ryan and I
cross
go on
the
the
streams with my
bathrooms.
friends. Oh well.
Oh,
see, I told you guys.
so a little tidbit with we can segue into this because a little bit of movie trivia for you. Did you guys know that they're coming out with a Ghostbusters 3?
Yes, and it's actually going to finally be a continuation from the freaking from the second movie, not a reboot
Yep.
that nobody wanted.
I
mean,
still thought it was good.
I'm still not going to watch it.
I think the reboot could have been a success if they didn't ignore the original.
I agree.
But Bill
I
Murray was in
100%
it.
agree.
Well, they didn't ignore it.
Yes, they did.
They wanted to remake. They wanted to remake. I heard you, Jack. They wanted to remake it with different characters because the original people did not want to be a part of it. But then Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, obviously. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
Ivan Reitman.
The dead guy?
No, Ivan Reitman. Who the hell am I talking about? Good lord.
Rick Moranis. No, not Rick Moranis.
Moranis.
Jim Carrey,
No,
Michael Phelps.
guy who plays Egon.
That's
Jimmy
what I'm
Dean.
trying- It's not. It's
The guy who makes the breakfast.
Jerry from Subway. Ooh.
Oh,
no.
But
He's
anyway,
he's in jail for a very long time.
they both, all
Prove it.
4 of them were actually in the movie for a short period of time. Also, the Janine, she was in it, and also
Harold Ramis.
Harold
Hal
Ramis.
Ramis. I was close. Rick Moranis, Hal Ramis, same shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Same shit.
and even Bill Murray's love interest in the Ghostbuster movies, Sigourney Weaver, she was in it too. So it's not like they didn't want to be a part of it. It's just like they didn't have like a full storyline, a continuation. So they were like, okay, these directors want to come in and do it because Harold Ramis and Dan Aykroyd did not want to continue it. But after seeing all the backlash of this movie, they wanted to continue it now, even though Harold Ramis passed away.
Dan Aykroyd's been trying to get Ghostbusters 3 up for years. He's had a storyline in place. Bill Murray just kept on dragging dick and didn't want to do anything with it. So so Dan Aykroyd
Made a
wouldn't
vodka.
film without Bill Murray.
Yeah.
And then they
But-
made The Abomination in 2016.
Hey, it wasn't that bad. It was decent. It wasn't like, I'm not saying it was the greatest movie ever, but it was watchable.
Still better
More-
than Shrek 3.
AJ just hates women.
I do.
Oh,
No, I bet you it's more. I'll even say this, and you can put me on the record for this. I would watch the new Ghostbusters over any DC movie.
That's
yeah.
fair. That's fair.
No, I disagree.
Do you guys know that there's
The-
Marvel movies out
Yes.
and that one's coming out?
Oh my god,
next
can
week?
we hold on? Can we
This
talk about
week?
this before we segue into the Avengers real fast? I don't know if anyone else
The what?
follows this, but I know we're all big superhero people. Did anyone else see the new Hellboy movie?
Not the
Yes.
newest one.
It was. I was so disappointed.
I kind of liked it.
Golden Army
I-
will always be in my heart.
Yeah, the first two were amazing. This movie looks like a poor reproduction of it, and I won't go see it because it looks like garbage.
It really like their CGI like sometimes their CGI just like looked. Sometimes their CGI looked like the CGI from Spawn.
Yeah, sometimes the CGI wasn't really on par. I liked the story though, and it was like egregiously graphic.
Well, all right, so okay, but here's the thing though. They made it. They didn't need to make it rated R. Because they used the fuck it. They say fuck, like they
Dude,
they waste the
literally
word.
have guts
Ew.
coming out of fucking somebody's body. Yeah, they needed to make it rated R. You can't have that.
Not
in
Really?
PG-13.
No, well, no,
Just
you
say
can
the
make that
F
shit.
word.
Fuck.
If you do it right, you can make that shit PG-13.
We're not getting monetized.
You
as
get
of
one
yet, so.
F bomb if you want a PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really about it. Which I think is actually funny. But I don't know. I thought it was okay. It was watchable. I didn't feel like I wasted money seeing it. I wouldn't really go out of my way to watch it again, but I think I
No.
liked it. It was alright.
Well, I personally I would like to go with a movie that's like all right but not great, and kind of can go into the Marvel movies that are coming out this week. Captain Marvel, I finally saw.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see what you thought of it.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
I get that it didn't need to be a part of the Avengers. I think that works because she is going to be a big part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forward, which I agree with. But I like her origin story, and who can blame me that it was all the way from the 90s. So like seeing Blockbuster and True Lies and shit like that was funny to me.
No, that was awesome. I don't know. It's it was definitely okay. Storyline was alright. It's just the actress that they have, Brie Larson. I'm not a big fan of, and just the whole shit that they keep on trying to push is political bullcrap. I don't want to have to deal with it.
Is it political
Yeah.
or do people make it political?
No,
No,
I mean
the
I would say
star-
that
the
more people are
stars make-
making it.
Yeah,
the stars.
the stars, like I feel like the last two movies that Marvel made, so Captain Marvel and Black Panther, those two movies they are just pushing out because oh my god, this is a strong woman role. That's what we should have in this. Oh, it was a strong black man role. It was a predominantly black cast. That's what it was. It's just people are making it more politically driven than it is.
Well, I agree
Because-
with you on Black Panther, but not so much on Captain Marvel, because it was Black Panther where the actor. You didn't hear anybody saying you have to watch it because it's it was the audience who was saying this is the first black superhero movie. Completely forgetting about Spawn, completely forgetting about Blade, completely forgetting about the other movies that came about it. Those are from the audience. Brie Larson has admitted to basically making this a feminist movement. Clear as day, she had fucking interviews where she's outright nasty, saying that she doesn't want to have like white guys on her press tour or something like that, trying to pander to minorities. Listen, I get it and everything. There's just no reason for it though.
Yeah, it's just because she's making it more of something that it isn't. Like,
Exactly.
yes, I feel like the movie was empowering to show people can get back up from getting knocked down. I get that.
It was
Totally
more so as,
understand.
like women though, not even people. You have Wonder Woman out there who didn't even say a damn thing about really women. She comes from a strong woman tribe, all derived of just females. That's it. There was no one thing that was male bashing at all. It was, and
Even
fucking
though they
Wonder
didn't-
Woman was an awesome movie
And even though they didn't want any men there.
because it was an all woman thing. So yeah, you don't want any men
Yes.
there if it's an all woman thing. It's like having
But-
the boys, Boy Scouts.
But
Oh
in-
shit, no, they took that over too.
Yeah, they're just the Scouts of America now. God,
We're
save
fucked.
us all.
My
Hey.
generation's fucked.
Hey Ryan,
Anyway,
do you also hate women?
you know what, Eric? You know what I hate? I hate when me and you are the sensible ones today.
But for how I see it is okay, yes. But in those times in the 90s, that's what it was. It was people weren't giving women, especially like Brie Larson and the best friend in that movie. They weren't allowed to be fighter pilots. The only way they could do anything in that stance was to be test pilots. I get it. I understand. It's whatever. To me, it's fine. We'll see how she is in Avengers Endgame. Who knows? But in the comics, that's how she is. So it's just like she goes very well with the comics. So I can't complain about it.
Isn't like the old Wonder Woman comics too? Aren't they? Isn't she like super docile in that? Or am I wrong on that?
I think you're wrong. I think in the old comic book, she was very hard and abrasive, like not as feminine as she was in the movies.
But was she like, empowering in a way?
Yeah.
Yes, to a point. Like she had, like, I mean, there was also certain points that were just like stupid. Like she had an invisible airplane. Really?
And she can fly.
But she could fly.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right. And I thought
on.
what was really amazing was when the invisible airplane, when they did the whole Justice Friends thing, Superman would be in it. People that could fly was in it, and it just didn't make sense.
Oh god.
But like certain things, like I totally understand. You always like if you look at any superhero, like honestly, I think DC is very male orientated. If you think just Wonder Woman is the only other, and then what, Hawkgirl or whatever the fuck her name is,
Canary.
Not
You
Canary.
have a lot of female characters in there, dude.
Well, no, but I mean like the predominant ones.
Oh, you mean like the main ones?
Yeah, the main ones.
I
Like,
mean, there's
even
Aquaman.
Yeah, he's a bitch anyway.
He's got nice hair,
Yeah.
like a girl.
Oh, and Superman, Matt. We forgot about Superman.
Yeah, Superman. Did you hey Jay, did you see that thing I sent in the Instagram chat?
Oh, I saw some guy was choosing Goku easily over Superman.
No, you didn't watch the whole thing.
No, I just saw it because I was just looking at it when I was just posting on the Instagram.
So basically, what this cartoonist did is he made it. It was Goku versus Superman. Hot debate. We can talk about it in this one, and we can totally link Just Your Average. Anyway, so basically, what it is this cartoonist pretty much instant transmissions him and Superman to Krypton or something, and basically he's surrounded by kryptonite, and then fucking they're sitting there and they're arguing and whatnot, and then all of a sudden Goku kills Superman, Superman kills Goku, and they both draw dead, and it's a draw. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, that's funny.
That sounds funny. Yeah, I wanted to watch it after the podcast.
Basically, I still think Goku could kick Superman's ass.
Listen, you can think all you want to. It's unfortunately you're just wrong.
I'm not getting into this.
Nerdvite too.
I'm sorry if you can if Superman can get his ass kicked by Batman.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I feel
What?
personally attacked. Hold on.
Wait. No, I'm saying that Batman. Like, I'm saying if Superman can get his ass kicked by Batman, Goku can get like Superman. I'm
But
not
then-
attacking him.
Talking about where Batman has a lot of
Hold on,
planning
no,
and
Let me.
contingencies.
All right, hold
Yes.
on. Let me just explain this whole.
Goku's an idiot.
Give me a
I
minute.
know Goku's an idiot, but he can also adapt to people's fighting styles by just looking at them.
Go for it, Ryan.
It's just at this point, Batman's smart, rich, and has daddy issues. Okay. All right. Secondly, fucking Goku. How can I put this? Fuck. Why? Why is this a thing? There's been 3 years I haven't had to bring this up, and now it's a thing. All right. Fucking A. Fucking Goku wins because no, Goku does. Sorry. Superman wins because Goku's an idiot and would need prior knowledge of Superman. Yes,
No.
Goku maybe could win if he would understand that Superman's weaknesses are magic in the sun and kryptonite, but like
Sun's not his weakness.
Goku
But-
likes fair fights. At the end of the day, Goku is not going to win because he's not going to want to fight a weakened Superman by kryptonite. Goku
but-
has limits that he has to pass.
Yes.
Superman is limitless. There is
Yes.
nothing that Superman cannot do besides, get his ass kicked by a magician. Yeah, the sun explodes, kills everyone. And yeah, okay,
A
maybe some
Rocket
pink
Goofy in
kryptonite makes
Kingdom
him
Hearts
gay.
2.
And it's just Goku dies, and then he comes back
Yeah.
from heaven.
But
That's
also,
it.
so I'm going off of the Goku's in the Super, in the Dragon Ball Super,
Right.
because he fights a guy that I know. AJ, your biggest argument was that Superman is fast. I get
And
that.
Accurate.
highly intelligent compared to Goku.
Okay, yes, I get that
Wow, rude.
Goku can be an idiot in most circumstances, but Goku is also fighting people from multiple universes that are way, like pretty much gods and deities. Okay, these are the destroyers of universes. They can literally destroy a universe with a blink of an eye. Goku is still going toe to toe with these guys and destroying them. Like,
Can I ask a quick question? If we're doing that, are we also factoring in Superman Prime?
What about the
Yeah,
Iron
we would
Giant?
have to then.
Because if that's the case, Superman would still win. That's, I mean, that's. Listen. I like Goku more than I like Superman, but it doesn't factor in that Superman has way more impressive feats than Goku has. I've seen
okay,
some of
I
Super.
will agree with that, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like if it's a one-on-one fight anywhere in the world, or even in this universe, I still think that it will be a fucking close fight, but I still think Goku would have the edge. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, like, Goku is going to fucking demolish him in one shot.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just
I
bringing up
feel
points
like
that I've said in the past because this argument goes both ways and it gets very tiresome. Listen, I win this for one reason. One, I like Batman. Fuck you, AJ. Superman's a pussy, and Goku loses to Saitama. That's the end of this. One punch, it's over.
Saitama.
Yeah. Fucking A. Yeah, that's right.
I love One Punch Man.
Yeah, he's good.
One Punch. The new season came out, by the way.
I want to say, like, if you watch, AJ, I really want you to watch Dragon Ball Super, and I want you to tell me then, after everything, if you still think Goku would lose.
More than likely, I will tell you that, but yeah, I'll start watching it.
I mean, now against my boy Piccolo, well, it's different. Superman's a bitch.
Go on, your arm.
Go on.
Go on. Go on, my ass. My ass, go on. Fist me, go on. Do it. Get your little hands in there, go on. Nappa. I have a question.
What's up?
Because you and AJ are both here, and at this point I'm assuming we're padding for runtime, and because, my man Eric fell asleep on the controls at the helm.
Yeah, I fell asleep on the controls.
My question to you, and because my dad was going back and forth with me, because you know how my dad is, AJ, he likes to poke my brain about this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He brought up a good point. Spawn versus Ghost Rider, who wins that?
Ooh.
My money still on Ghost Rider, because you just got to look at that man in the eyes.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh god, no, not the movie, the actual comic book.
But then you go at Spawn because he killed God and Satan, and at one point was just the world.
But Thanos fucked Satan, or Death rather.
But isn't Ghost Rider at one point? Isn't he like the left hand of Thanos in the comics, like Old Man Thanos?
I think in one universe, yeah, but I don't think it's actually.
Yeah, no, actually, I think it's the current universe, and I think Ghost Rider is so powerful he can like literally kick the shit out of Thanos, but he doesn't because he respects him. I think it's Old Man Thanos. I think I could be wrong.
Actually, that does sound familiar. Hold on.
I happened to see it because I was like, Ghost Rider? I mean, if you had to go off of just pure combat ability, I would probably have to say, Spawn. I mean, that's tough. I mean, it's really tough. I would definitely have to say probably Spawn.
Because he's
on combat ability.
Right, because he's an ex-mercenary. That was his job. But if you go with powers, I think the only thing that would really swing it in Ghost Rider's favor would be the penance stare. because Spawn killed so many innocent people unbeknownst to him, but still, once he found out about it, and then Ghost Rider gets him in the penance there, game over.
Right,
He's
but
gone.
then there's the issue with that because I was trying to argue that too, and then because my dad likes to nitpick everything I say, like someone else in this chat, Eric. If you didn't, I'm pretty sure at one point because Spawn did something for God, he's like cleared of all his sins. So I don't think that the penance there works. And then it's just like, what the fuck?
Does that mean God's in the DCU?
Well, no, but aren't they
Dark
both?
Horse.
Aren't they both?
Ghost Rider's Marvel and Spawn's Dark Horse.
But don't they both basically work for Lucifer or Satan?
So what ends up happening is Spawn goes kind of on his own and doesn't really work for Satan. He kind of beats the shit out of Satan and doesn't work for him. Ghost Rider, however, I'm pretty sure he does the same now.
Yeah,
Like they're just both vigilantes of hell. So like,
yeah, it's about it.
Like if you both just had them meet up and then you allow full powers from both of them and then you have to pick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I think more ranged abilities. I think Ghost Rider has the edge, but I still think like because it's been so long since I've read a comic of fucking Spawn.
The issue I have with Spawn is his suit is living. It's a living embodiment with the cloak. So it's like
it was with a cape, yeah.
And then I don't know.
Didn't he get burned alive? Like, and that's how he think. So wouldn't he be weak against fire?
No.
He isn't, right? I thought he was.
No, he goes. I don't. No, that's not one of his. He's basically invulnerable while he has the suit on. It's when he takes the suit off, or he has like some kind of moment of weakness, is when you want to go after him. So, for all intents and purposes, he's fucking invulnerable while he has the suit on.
And then you also have to imagine, well, maybe because I know enough about Spawn, but if that is the case, then Ghost Rider's penance there might work because that might be a weakness. Because if he thinks about his kids and shit,
right? Because it doesn't really clear him for everything. Because then he would still be. I don't know because I don't know that much about Spawn's past. Like if he's exonerated from all of his sins, then the penance there might not work. But I mean, if you still feel guilty about something, you can be exonerated as much as you want to. But if you still feel guilt,
I know that Ghost Rider has gotten really powerful, but Spawn had literally at one point became the only entity in the whole entire universe to do literally any. He killed God, he killed Satan, he controlled both realms. Then he did something, what would be mid-realm, which would be just Earth. Fucking the man is Hulk on steroids, and it is frightening.
That I did not know.
See, I brought up a good conundrum for you guys.
I still think I have a feeling like it would be Spawn, like just based on combat ability, because wasn't he an ex-mercenary before he became Spawn?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and I mean fucking Ghost Rider was a fucking stuntman, no real combat ability except for swinging around a chain.
Well, it depends on which Ghost Rider that you go for. That's the original Ghost Rider.
I would say the original Ghost Rider. Like, I mean, also, if you're going off of the one that is the left hand of fucking old man Thanos, okay, yeah, you can probably argue that he'd probably kick the shit out of Spawn.
Research.
Ruh-roh.
I still think these are some good conundrums that we should totally pose with just your average channel and just have all of us go in there and argue.
I like it.
I know Eric wouldn't be a part of it, but he could probably play against Chris and Smash and maybe be entertained for about 5 minutes.
I can dab on him.
Yeah, I've been toying around with the idea of doing like another podcast. Like what we were saying, like, you know, All4Gamerz Beyond, where we can just go over pop culture just in general, not specifically just video games.
Yeah, I was even thinking about, like, for me, like, I was thinking, hey, shit, because I'm doing the retro thing, I would totally get a whole bunch of things and do it a bi-weekly and just talk about, like, retro shit.
See, there you go. That's a thing, too. What is it? Yeah, Johnny Blaze, and that is, I don't know if that's the...
That's the original. Johnny Blaze is the original. But then there's one prior to that would be the one running on the horse.
Right.
Yeah. So he fucking that whole thing just goes on forever. But yeah, Johnny Blaze would be the original one that we would all be familiar with. and I was thinking about doing a podcast too about porn. It would be called the Porncast.
I'm in.
Specifically, we would only go over things that Eric has been in. You guys might have heard some of them.
Harambe 2.
Rawhide, Brokeback Mountain, Leather, fucking
Silverback
the
Chronicles.
Dicks of Hazard.
If the Dicks of Hazard doesn't have Eric and Daisy Dukes, I want my money
I'm wearing
back.
them right now.
Well, good news for you, Matthew, because there's plenty of Daisy Dukage to go around. Or how my man Eric in the movie likes to call it, ooh, am I about to get Daisy Dicked?
Ooh woo.
Oh god. All right. Well,
Shit, you guys should totally just go into a random sandbox game and just do these fucking skits, because I think that would be hilarious. Like go into Gary's mod or some shit and just do shit like that and just have somebody, like one of us, just record it. That would be so funny.
I'll just
do it,
shoot
let's
him
do
in
it.
Gary's mode.
I mean, me and Eric just need to play League together, but someone's never free.
I tried playing with you. What'd you do the whole time? Laughed at me.
What do you mean?
Put me
What
down.
do you mean?
Made fun of me.
No. Let's talk about the real issue at hand, Mr. Tom Catch W. You would eat me, run away, and then go hee hee, and then throw me out
I don't like
and pretend as if it didn't happen.
Wait, was that the one that I was in?
Yeah, that was the one you were in. Because then you would also go, oh, you don't need my help. You would jungle and then agree with the fucking, what was it, a Yar that was trying to give people advice in
He was
bot
trying to tell
game.
me how to play.
Yeah, and then you go, no, Nunu, no! Stop it, Nunu!
Stop.
Jesus Christ. I mean, at this point, Eric, just me and you, just give them what they want. Just give them a 2-hour gameplay of me and you playing Risk of Rain. I'll take some Adderall and we'll be good.
okay.
That game is so boring to watch.
You know what else is boring to watch?
Two dogs fucking.
No, that's pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
A monkey fucking a football?
That's
Monkey
pretty
fucking a
entertaining.
coconut.
too. No.
A coconut fucking a monkey. All right, so Eric, were you able to find out where we left off? Are
Oh
we able
yeah, it
to
was like
just
3
kinda-
minutes in. It was fine. I'll just
What?
put like a little thing there that says like they kept talking about comic books for too long.
Oh, it was 3 minutes into the comic book end.
No. It was 3 minutes after I realized, or 3 minutes before I realized it stopped recording.
Oh, okay. That wasn't that bad.
I mean, I'm still recording now.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh, you're
part of
recording
the
now?
solid.
Yeah. What do you mean?
He's been recording.
Why would I?
Oh.
You guys were just yelling for like an hour.
What was it
Okay.
yelling?
I mean, that's technically not yelling. It's more of just a heated discussion.
Well, you should.
I
you
was
should,
talking
what you-
very loudly.
Eric, what you should do is you should
We'll talk
take.
about it after
Okay.
because we're still recording.
Can
All right.
So-
Anyway, get back on topic so we can let everybody go. All right.
okay, so I'll get back on topic real fast because I feel like this needs to be touched one more
Avengers.
time. Oh yeah, we were talking about fuck. All right, so where were we on Avengers? Someone go.
Let's just.
So Avengers Endgame comes out this week. Who's going to go see it?
I'm going Saturday.
I'm seeing it Sunday.
Loser.
Eric,
What? Friday.
you're
Ooh.
actually going to go see it?
Is Friday when it comes out?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Thursday
Friday.
night
Like
and
midnight.
Fridays. Yeah, I'm going on Friday.
All right, cool. And I'll be going seeing it on Thursday. So we have something to talk about next podcast.
Yes.
What?
And Epic Games today teased that they're going to have an Avengers Fortnite thing starting probably, I would say, on Wednesday. So probably exclusive skins or some kind of shield or whatever. I don't know. Kind of like
Agents
a Thanos
of
thing.
Shield.
No, they're probably. I bet
see
you
what
they're
you're
gonna.
doing.
I bet you they're gonna do like the whole Thanos thing all over again. Where
Wasn't
you
he
can
just
find
a character? That was it.
No,
No, he was a power up. You can get the Infinity Gauntlet, and you can be
Mm.
Thanos.
Oh,
So instead of you having your base 200 health, you had like 1,000 health.
oh.
he wasn't.
could-
But when you got Thanos, it really wasn't satisfying.
Oh, it was pretty fucking funny. I never got him because everybody was going after him.
I got him once, and then I never got him again.
'Cause
This is
you-
before I
Did you
hated Fortnite.
You can shoot beams from your hand.
Pull
You
people.
can jump. Yeah, you can jump up really high and then smash.
You can floss.
And you can literally go through like buildings like it's nothing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty
you're
cool.
just like really OP.
Oh yeah, but when somebody kills you, then that person gets the Infinity Gauntlet and does the same thing, and it's a vicious cycle.
It's nature at its finest.
So it's like the Golden Gun back in the GoldenEye era.
I mean, not really. The Golden Gun was more scary compared to a Thanos Gauntlet, to be completely honest.
Yes,
Really? Oh wow.
that would be an awesome BR game. Odd
What's
I
that?
think
jobs,
I think they
odd
have that.
jobs, all all down,
Tiny Asian
crouching,
men
and it's
chopping
just.
you.
Was Odd Jobs only? Was it Odd Jobs and Slaps only?
Yeah.
A bunch of midgets walking around, fucking slapping
Okay.
each other.
No, but the best part
Oh,
about
sorry,
that,
little people.
no, but the best part
worse.
about that entire game is when you crouched
How
and
did-
you ran, you couldn't see the legs move. They were just, it looked like they were just kneeling down. It was so funny.
I just remember getting so pissed because I would get killed and I would turn around and I couldn't see anybody until I looked down and I saw a boulder hat. It was like, you fucking asshole.
Yeah, because wasn't it Muir Hansen always used to be Odd Job?
Yeah, that's why I would always get pissed.
Hardcore strats.
No, I would like to point out that like every podcast you guys have had, like we've had so far, it always points AJ as like a man who gets mad at video games. Because I'm pretty sure we've always talked about him getting mad at a video game once.
I don't get mad at video games.
No, not at all. You should definitely play Dark Souls.
I've never had
I
him.
don't
No.
do that.
No,
Get mad in front of me.
we could talk about how difficult it was for him to play certain games.
Are you
Which
trying to
where
allude to something?
are we starting off at?
We could start off about when I played AJ in I think it was like Madden 2003.
Oh, dude, I'm just flat out terrible at freaking football games.
So-
And that's literally the game I do not
It's
care
okay.
about.
It's fine. But I challenged AJ for AJ played as the best team, which was the New England Patriots.
Yep.
I chose the Frankfurt Galaxy, which was the what was it? They had like an experimental league where it was like the football league, but it was overseas in Europe, the Europe Football League or whatever, Europe NFL. They were like, I think they were like a 36 or something like that. I beat him on a last-second field goal at my third string at quarterback because he kept knocking out my quarterback.
Of course, the European.
It was the
team
only
looks
good
like
strategy
shit.
I had.
I think it was like 35-32. I beat you on a last-second field goal. You were so fucking mad. It was hilarious.
I wasn't a happy camper.
Belichick was never the same.
That's why he got fired the next year.
Wait, was
My
he?
only
Yeah, he was on the Patriots.
my only like defining moment of pissing AJ off, and it still stands the test of time because even AJ doesn't know how I pulled it off. I don't know how I pulled it off. For anyone who had a 360 within the years of 2010 to 2014, you may remember a free game called Clash of Heroes. My man AJ knows what I'm talking
That's
about.
still my favorite game on the 360, and I'm really irritated I can't. I have it on the Xbox One. I'm gonna go play that now.
So it's pretty much like you have to match 3 heroes up, and you can attack the other guy for a percentage of their health. And you start at 100, and obviously get whittled down. AJ
Oh god, I
was
remember.
whooping my ass for the longest time for about what would be a 20-minute game.
I think it was longer than that.
It had to have been like probably like 40 minutes, but it was 40 minutes. AJ got me down to 1 HP, and all I did, he was at like 100, and I just whooped his ass. I've never heard a man in my life get so mad ever. It was amazing. What the fuck? You have 1 HP. What is this? And I was like,
Dude,
yes.
I threw everything at this cocksucker. I was hitting him with everything. I was hitting him with my freaking ground troops. I was hitting him with my special troops. I don't know how the hell he fucking blocked all of it. And he still had 1 HP. I was like, I'm going to get you. He's like, no, you're not. You little dick. And then he killed me. And I was pissed.
It's
like-
that and playing Halo Wars with him is amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
Clash of
that
Heroes
was
I can say I'm good at. Halo Wars I've always been terrible.
yeah. But you two played me one time and against another person, I think, or bots or
Oh, my
whatever.
friend Dylan? No, I know who I had.
I don't remember who it was. No, it was YouTube. Like I guess another bot because it was just custom games, and I thought I was hot shit, and then you guys just Warthog blitzed me within the first 5 minutes of the match, and I was like, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure, if I remember the game correctly, I'm pretty sure AJ's words to me were, my friend Matt's really good at this game. My response to my cousin, I'm pretty sure, was also, oh yeah? Let's see if I can get away with this real fast.
I think there was something like that, yeah.
I'm not toxic, but I'm definitely an asshole.
It's okay. You're allowed to be. I just some like I used to be an asshole to AJ about with Halo. Like he in the original Halo game, Combat Evolved, he would kick my ass all the time. And then I started playing online in Halo 2. That's when I started getting like good at the game. And then anytime we would play, he would get his ass kicked. Not as bad as my brother-in-law. I played him one time. He thought he was hot shit, and he's like, "I'll 1v1 you on." I forget which level it was.
Blood goes.
But it was, no, but it was the one with the little the disc in the middle and spun around that looked like a satellite dish.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I had the sniper perch on one side, and then the Banshee out you could fly wherever you want, but it was like just straight off. Anyway, I knew where all the power weapons were. I got an unfreaking believable. I went 25-0, and he had a -1 because he thought he was hot shit. And I was like, okay.
Wait, who was it?
Yeah, Ben.
I was.
He thought he was hot shit at the game, and then I started just doing that, and he was very mad.
I think the only person I've ever didn't I? I'm pretty sure I pissed Kyle off at one point. Because I think I was. Yeah, Stalker Kyle. I'm pretty sure I played Halo once and it was just me and him. Yeah, it definitely had to be Kyle. Because I had a sniper and a friendly fire was on. And I didn't realize. And I was like, hey Kyle. He was like, yeah, I'm like, gotcha. And I shot him. And he didn't die. And I was like, oh no. he had a really good KDA. I was like, hey.
Now you fucked him up.
The worst was getting the sword in that game. Like, you either had a really good run going with the sword, or you ran into the guy with the shotgun, the first guy. Every time.
What's it called? Just two other examples I have of rage moments and I'm done is I have an uncle Tommy who likes to play Battlefront, and for anyone who hasn't played Battlefront, it's pretty much, it's just, it's a shooter. It's a first person. My uncle doesn't understand that a sniper class is made for long range. Love him. My uncle gets very mad first 5 minutes into a game because he will get sniped and doesn't understand why it's allowed to be a class, and says it's fucking cheating.
Yeah, you would get, dude. He would
tell me that.
Like, these motherfuckers, they don't know how to fucking play the game right. I'm trying to have a fucking good time. They're fucking blow my head off.
Wait, does that mean that they got Mortal Kombat?
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, dude, it's gonna be bad.
So Ryan, can you teach me so I can do it? Because I want to hear that.
Oh yeah, you want me to teach you so you can make him rage? Yeah, dude, no problem. It's not that hard. Oh no, you want to hear a story from when I was 5? I used to play. So you've played Deadly Alliance?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how the impale move on certain characters would impale, other times it wouldn't. It would just like knock you over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So because I was 5 and you can ask AJ, I didn't understand what combos were, and I was able to hold my own, but I just couldn't piece together what a combo was. So I would play Raiden because Raiden was very easy and his bow staff had a long fucking range. If you pressed the R2 button, you could sweep under the leg, hit him in the head, and then do half the health constantly. And you could spam it. I kept doing it to Uncle Tommy one day, and all I remember from that day is, this little motherfucker just wouldn't let me win. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think as an adult, letting you, like, for me, like, because obviously I have 2 kids. For
Go on.
me letting my kids win, I can't do it.
You know,
In my like
you have to teach them. You have to teach them the lesson young. This is how I learned. Listen, my dad made it very apparent to me, even when I was 5. When he picks Quan Chi, I know he's mad or very serious. I am not allowed to leave that that battle zone without crying a little bit.
You know, actually, you know, it's a really good game that I haven't played in a fighter game. Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube. That game
How's it going?
Excuse me.
was fucking amazing. I used to play that game like all the time. So my wife, she used to play it too, but she wasn't as like into it as I was. I would pretty much play it all day, every day because I wanted to beat her brothers. Her one brother Chris is very good at video games. Always has, always will be. And he's just really good. Like he would kick my ass like all the time in that game. So I made sure that I could hold my own with him. One day I went and I was like, "Come on, Jen," like my wife. I was like, "Come on, let's fight. Let's have a game. Let's have a couple matches." She went with Cassandra. She went 21-0 against me. And I just looked at her. I'm like, "Why can I not beat you? Like, what the fuck?" I could not, for some stupid reason, I could not beat her. Finally, I take out Mitsurugi. I perfect her twice. I was like, what the fuck? Could not understand how I lost her 21 times. Like, I just couldn't get it over it. I'm like, how the hell did I lose? I'm not saying my wife's bad at video games, but I mean, she's average. Like, at that time, I was a little bit above average, especially in that game.
Well, that's what
Like,
happens when you get older.
I know, seriously.
Oof.
But I was only about your age,
That's right.
Ryan,
Yep.
when
Oh,
I
like-
played that game.
Making penis jokes.
Okay, just remember, I have 2 kids, so we know it works.
Okay, listen, that's fine. I never said it didn't work. I'm just saying it shrinks when you get older, man. I'm pointing out scientific
No,
facts.
the dick does not shrink. It's just your nuts go lower.
Yeah, they do. Oh my god, my dad can fucking fold that shit like silly putty, put it on a newspaper clipping, boom, it's on the fridge.
And that's the podcast, everybody. I think that this is
Wait, what?
terrified and traumatized too many people after
That's
this.
the best ending ever, AJ. That was perfect. All right.
Oh god! All right, well, guys, thank
am
you so much.
Am I
for
doing the
joining us.
outro, or are we sticking with your boring ass shit?
Ryan, do the outro.
Alright.
Wait.
Okay. What?
Ryan, you can do the outro.
Okay, Eric.
Stop recording?
Okay, thank you. All right. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining the All4Gamerz podcast with All4Gamerz member AJ, All4Gamerz member Eric at Elite Thighs. What's your new Twitter handle? You fucking
Oh, he does.
okay. I'm probably gonna get this wrong again because I know I mispronounced it already. And you can find Matt at Devoted Saint
Retro.
Retro. Just plug your stuff. 'Cause
Just
I'm
one
speaking
retro.
too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Devoted Saint Retro on Instagram and Devoted Saint Retro on Twitter.
And my name's Ryan from All4Gamerz, and you can find me on Pope Pigeon. That's Pope Pigeon, because I'm cool, man. I'm cool. And I don't know when, but sometime this week I'm going to be streaming Mortal Kombat because I have no life and I need friends. Bye!